Hello, my name is Alfredo Hernandez, and I will present the Water and Sanitation Integrity Risk Index, which was developed in collaboration with Mihaly Fazekas from the Central European University and Umarbek Alakulov from the Water Integrity Network. First, I will talk about the design of this index. The index is a data-driven composite indicator that seeks to measure corruption in the water and sanitation sector. The purpose of this index is to provide policymakers, such as yourselves, with tools to effectively monitor real-time development in the sector, specifically when it comes to corruption. It seeks to provide an objective measure of integrity risks at the city level, which contrasts with existing approaches such as the Corruption Perception Index, which focuses on larger geographical areas, such as countries, and of perceptions of corruption. To this effect, we employ big data methods alongside administrative data, alongside survey data that we collect in collaboration with grassroots organizations. This allows us to develop a comprehensive, actionable, and scalable index. The goal of this index, or WIRI for its acronym, is to provide a replicable, transparent, and scalable tool which allows us to compare corruption risks across cities and over time. The index is based on a conceptual framework in which government spending, namely procurement, is divided into three pillars, alongside with data on pipelines and direct experiences with corruption from the general public. We have identified three main pillars of integrity in the water and sanitation sector. The first being public investment projects, the second being recurring spending on supporting ongoing operations, such as purchasing computers for water utilities, and the third one is concerned with client utility interactions. This goes from paying bills to setting up a water connection. Most of the data that goes into this index comes from public procurement contracts, which are taken from national databases on the country level, and it is based on proxies of corruption that we derive from these databases. We standardize each component of integrity risk, in which 0 means the lowest level of integrity and 100 means the highest level of integrity. And we calculate the weight of each of these three pillars based on data availability. For pillars in which we have more data, the weight will be more, and for pillars for which we have less, the weight of that pillar will be lower in the composite index. We have conducted WIRI on several countries and several cities across the world. Here we see the results in which we can compare the results from countries like Bangladesh, Kenya, Peru, as well as countries included in a preliminary pilot study, which have a broad geographic range that goes from Asunción, Paraguay, Hungary, to Cluj-Napoca in Romania, and Batumi in Georgia. Similarly, in the latest iteration of WIRI, we have collaborated with grassroots organizations in Peru to develop a stakeholder survey in which we capture direct experiences of corruption of relevant stakeholders in two cities, namely Lima and Arequipa. In this slide, we see the results and we see the comparison of Peru over time. Finally, WIRI is a powerful tool to measure integrity in the water and sanitation sector, and it seeks to combine a robust methodological framework with grassroots knowledge of specific cases. Working together with local organizations can improve the robustness of WIRI, as is with the example of Peru and survey data, though technical training and methodological discussions with partner organizations will help us further achieve these goals. Thank you very much for your attention.